Welcome to this week's Genealogy Short Takes. This week, we're going to talk about the Buffalo African American Funeral Program and Obituary Collection by the Buffalo Genealogical Society of the African Diaspora. First, go to the library's website, buffalolib.org, and then select Research and Resources. Next, under Collections, Digital Collections, you can see that the collection is one of our featured collections, but you can also access it by going under Collections about Western New York, right here. So I mentioned earlier that this is not a Grosvenor Room collection. This is from the collection of the Buffalo Genealogical Society of the African Diaspora, and the print collection is housed at the Frank E. Merriweather Jr. Branch Library in Buffalo. The Society started this collection in the 1990s, but some of the materials date back to the late 1800s. There are over 3,600 programs in the collection, and they all have a connection to Buffalo. One way to search the collection is by selecting Explore All. The collection is put together in alphabetical groupings in different volumes. There's 3 different volumes, and you can see how they're grouped together here, like A's and B's, B's and C's, and so on and so on. One way that you can search is at the top of the screen. So you can put in a name. I'm going to search for the name Daisy Anthony. And I got 12 different hits. So you want to look for some hits that have the right alphabetical section. So this top one does. It's in volume 1. And at the beginning of a section, usually you'll see the names that are indexed. So here's Daisy Anthony. And right here under Search This Record, you've got the name. If you click Filtered, it will filter out just those programs that have that name in it. So I'm going to click on this top one, and you can see this is Daisy Anthony. You can see it's great. There's a photograph, and these generally have very detailed obituaries in them. So this one has when she was born and where she was born in South Carolina, the day she passed away. It's got her children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren listed in here. So they're very rich with genealogical content. We also got another hit, this page 202. And what it will do is it will pick up a program that has both of those names that you input. So I put Daisy Anthony, and in here you'll see that Mr. James Block, this is his obituary. He had a daughter named Daisy Bell and then a son named Louis Anthony. So it's picking up the Daisy and Anthony on this page, so it doesn't actually pertain to the person that I was looking for. I'm going to go back to our hits. And we did get some other entries here. So I'm just going to look for some more alphabetic ranges, the A's and B's, and I see this one right here. This is volume 2. And I'm going to filter. It actually only has one program that has Daisy and Anthony in it. And this is for Clifton Anthony Jr., and Daisy was his mom. So I went back to the main page for this collection, and I'm going to start with another way that you can see if someone is in this collection. And what you can do is there are indexes for this collection. So if for some reason the OCR that's helping you search the collection, if it didn't pick up certain words, you can just be sure that there is or is not a funeral program that you were looking for by looking at the indexes that were created for it. So here you can see it looks like a spreadsheet, and it has obituary collection and index for volume 3. And if we scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see that this is an index to obituary collection volume 1, and then there's one for volume 2. So you could then open that up and you could browse that index page by page. So here you can see there's Daisy Anthony, so that you know that she's in this particular index. And then what you would do is you would go back, and this is volume 1. So then you know you're looking for volume 1, the A's and B's surname. So you could go in here, and if for some reason the keywords weren't picking it up, you could page through these different scans one by one if you needed to. You could also click along the pages along the side here. I hope you found our search tips helpful. Thank you so much for joining us.